Wild boars are becoming a growing menace in the rugged hills of Turkey and the farmlands of Morocco. They wreak havoc, destroying cornfields and orchards, threatening the livelihoods of local farmers. To combat this escalating danger, authorities have greenlit organized hunts to manage and reduce boar populations in the depths of Turkey's forests. A team of skilled hunters embarks on a high-stakes mission, navigating familiar trails to track their quarry. Every detail is planned, strategic positions are set, and each member is armed with the gear needed for the task ahead, right on cue. A massive boar appears near a major road. A hunter, perfectly positioned, acts swiftly. With a single, precise shot, the boar is brought down instantly. Minimizing the suffering and protecting nearby crops from further destruction. Moments later, another boar is spotted charging up a hillside. Through a scope, tracks its approach. As the boar enters the clear, another expertly placed shot ensures a quick, effective result. Precision is everything in these operations. One misstep could mean lost crops. Or danger to local communities. Hidden deep in the jungle, another hunter lies in wait, patient and alert. A faint rustle breaks the silence. Unawares entered a closely monitored zone. A boar wanders into view with razor-sharp focus. The hunter neutralizes the threat in a swift, humane strike. Meanwhile, another team member cruising to a new hunting ground ventures deep into the wilderness. Suddenly, a massive boar charges toward them. Thanks to quick reflexes and seamless teamwork, the crisis is averted. And the threat is eliminated, allowing the team to press forward uninterrupted. Experience sharpens their skills, but constant vigilance and keen awareness of their surroundings are non-negotiable. The group moves to their next location, crossing open fields to set up an ambush. They wait, concealed, until a wild boar storms into the clearing with calm precision. The team executes their plan. A few calculated shots resolve the issue in seconds. As night falls, they relocate to another hotspot where humans and wildlife often clash. A boar bursts from the bushes. But a perfectly timed shot ensures nearby farms are safe once more. These animals, driven by hunger, don't just damage crops, they instill fear in rural communities, thriving in harsh conditions. Wild boars relentlessly test human resilience. Hunters, whether under scorching sun or in stormy weather, must stay sharp. Their unwavering resolve and focus carry them into treacherous territory. Where every moment tests their skill and preparedness, the outcome of their efforts remains uncertain, but the stakes couldn't be higher. Stay tuned until the Bury in to witness the most heart-pounding moments of the hunt unfold. In the snow-covered mountains of France, another team presses through brutal weather, swiftly taking positions among the trees. A hunter spots movement in the snowy terrain, a massive herd of boars. Marching in formation, locking onto the largest targets, the hunter delivers a critical shot. As the herd scatters, a second precise strike takes down another boar before it vanishes into the forest. The day promises to be grueling. But this swift start sets the tone. Using tracking devices, the team follows the herd's movements, positioning themselves for the perfect ambush. As predicted, the boars emerge from the snowy brush. A rapid volley of shots halts their advance, leaving none to escape. The snow-draped peaks regain their serene calm. Elsewhere in the forest, a hunter catches sight of a shadowy figure moving through the trees. A high-powered rifle drops the animal with pinpoint accuracy. Soon after, another shot rings out from a different position. Signaling another successful strike. Through careful coordination and expert marksmanship, the entire herd's threat is neutralized. The stark beauty of the snow-covered mountains returns to peace. Meanwhile, in Morocco's highlands, a perilous pursuit unfolds. The team arrives early to establish a perimeter. Tracking dogs are unleashed, quickly picking up a scent. Within minutes, a signal comes through. A wild boar is racing across the field, straight into the hunter's line of sight. Every step of the operation is executed with precision and control, ensuring the resilient. Elusive boars managed safely and effectively. Gunshots echo across the landscape, cutting off the boar's escape. A hunter, scanning the hills through binoculars, methodically tracks the remaining signs of movement. Suddenly, a massive boar bursts from the brush on the opposite side. The hunter carefully aims, waiting for the perfect moment as the boar's silhouette comes into full view. A single shot rings out, and the threat collapses instantly, safeguarding the farmlands and communities once more. In another part of the forest, a wild boar charges through dense undergrowth toward a hunter with lightning-fast reflexes. A perfectly timed shot stops the beast before it can close the distance. These rapid responses play a critical role in curbing the rising damage caused by wild boars, infamous for destroying crops and contaminating soil. These animals pose a serious threat not only to agriculture, but to the ecosystems they invade. Professional hunters are increasingly vital in managing their populations. Facing greater challenges with each encounter. Deep in the swamps, the stakes climb higher. The unpredictable terrain makes every step a gamble. The mission is clear: protect the land before it's irreparably damaged. But whether these hunters have the resolve to face such formidable creatures remains a question. At dawn, a team gathers in the heart of Texas, diving into the dense wilderness. Upon arrival, they fan out to their assigned posts. Scouts board boats, scouring the waterways for signs of boars. Barely 15 minutes into the expedition, An unexpected boar appears, a swift, accurate shot neutralizes the threat, setting a confident tone for the day. Moving deeper inland, the team takes cover and continues their search for stragglers. Soon, another boar charges from the swamp's edge, a single. Well-placed bullet brings it to its knees before it can flee. In another region, a hunter stands, watch, scanning the environment. A boar, oblivious to the danger, wanders into an open clearing. A controlled shot halts its advance, preventing catastrophic damage to crops or harm to nearby residents. Even a moment's hesitation could spell disaster. Simultaneously, in Turkey's remote fields, another chase ignites. A large boar is spotted in the distance. The hunter springs into action. Firing a decisive shot the moment the boar turns its head. The threat is eliminated instantly. A similar scene unfolds on the outskirts of a rice field. A boar emerges from its hiding spot, only to be stopped by a skillfully aimed shot. Averting further destruction. In an adjacent field, a group of boars races at full speed. One makes the fatal mistake of charging toward a prepared hunter, tracking his every move. The hunter fires at the perfect moment. Dropping the boar with a single shot. These actions underscore the critical need for responsible, skilled wildlife management beyond protecting agriculture and preventing economic losses. These efforts strive to restore a sustainable balance between human activity and the natural environment. However, it's vital to emphasize that such operations must adhere to strict regulations to ensure ethical, and sustainable practices. In countries like Germany, wild boars have caused widespread destruction, damaging infrastructure, devastating farmlands, and costing millions in agricultural losses each year. Hunters in affected areas work tirelessly to address the crisis. Every strategic maneuver and intense confrontation highlights the immense risks of managing this invasive species. Whether these guardians of the land can stay one step ahead of the threat remains uncertain. Watch until the end to catch the most thrilling encounters and the moments that make the greatest impact. The day's operation kicks off with a perfectly coordinated ambush. Leaving the boars no chance to escape. In Brandenburg's farmlands, a hunting party arrives early, spreading out strategically to monitor all angles. Suddenly, a boar bursts from the edge of a vegetable patch, charging across one of the hunter's positions. The hunt has barely begun when a decisive shot rings out. Stopping the animal in its tracks. The swift, precise response showcases the team's sharpshooting prowess, sending a ripple of unease through the surrounding wildlife dot as the sun climbs higher. The group moves to nearby fields, each member slipping into pre-assigned ambush points. 10 minutes later, movement is detected to the east. A small group of boars begins ravaging the area in search of food. A hunter carefully takes aim at the largest of the pack. A single, well-placed shot drops the target instantly. Before further action can be taken, the remaining boars retreat in the nearby brush. Radio chatter quickly relays their escape route. Using tracking signals and synchronized movements, the team narrows down the boar's hiding spot. At that moment, a boar bursts from the undergrowth, desperately fleeing another ambush. A precise shot brings it down, eliminating the threat and restoring calm to the fields elsewhere. In the fields of Lower Saxony, another team conducts a stealthy search, hidden in tall grass. They keep a sharp eye out for any signs of movement. A hunter positioned near the edge of a cornfield spots a boar creeping toward the crops. As it emerges from its hiding spot, a quick, accurate shot neutralizes the threat, sparing the field from damage. Moments later, another team member hesitates, briefly before firing to ensure their safety, underscoring the high stakes of these encounters.